Okay. Now, so for today, we continue progression. But for now, we're going to learn about geometric progression. Last lesson, we learned about arithmetic progression. Now we learn about geometric progression, or we call it as GP. Okay, GP, geometric progression. What is geometric progression? Okay, now, it's a sequence of number. GPR is a sequence of number. Okay, sequence of number where each term is obtained by multiplying a constant with the previous term. Okay, multiplying a constant with the previous term. Okay, so kalau macam AP itu, kita just by adding, maksudnya tambah by adding a constant to the previous term. But now, for GP, kita multiply, okay, multiply to the previous term. Okay, previous AP kita adding. Now it is involve multiplying. The same as kamu belajar pattern and sequence waktu form 2. Just the same. Ada yang tambah, tolak, darab, bahagi. So for GP, we focus on multiplying. Okay, by multiplying a term to get the next term. Okay, so the term yang kita darab tu kena constant lah. Okay, kena constant. Kalau everything is times by 2, tu semua kena darab by 2, times by 2, times by 2, and so on. Okay, for example, tengok. Okay, for example, -1, 3, -9, 27. Kita tengok this one. So, -1 pergi ke 3. Apa yang kita buat dekat dia? Kita darab berapa? -1 pergi 3. You times by what?
Times -3.
Yes, times -3. Okay. So, 3, try darab -3 balik. Kamu akan dapat -9. Okay, -9 you times by -3, you will get 27. So, this is the constant, -20, -3. This is the constant multiplier yang kita guna. Okay. If this one, first 3, this is the first term lah, T1, 3. T2 is 3/2. T2 is 3/2. So, 3 times what? You get 3/2. What is the constant there? Darab apa? 3 times what is equal to 3/2. Yes, betul Tan, 1/2. So, this one, you darab dengan 1/2. And then kita tengok 3/2, when you multiply by 1/2, you will get 3/4. Okay, and so on lah. 3/4 times 1/2, you will get 3/8, and so on. So this is -3, and this is 1/2, dia punya constant. Okay, now what is the justification to determine that the sequence is geometric progression or not? Maksudnya dia nak tanya, so how do we determine if the sequence tu geometric or not? Okay, geometric progression or not. Kalau macam AP, if AP, we use common difference, meaning that kita cari contoh kalau AP, we have 1, 2, 1, 3, 5, 7, means that they plus by 2. So plus 2 ni we call it as common difference. Okay, common difference. So if the sequence has the same common difference, we call it as arithmetic progression. So what about geometric progression? The same thing. Okay. So yang constant yang kita guna ni, this constant yang kamu cakap mendapat -3 dengan 1/2 ni, we call it as, yes, common ratio. This one, common ratio. Okay. If AP, we call it as common difference. This one is for AP. Kalau for geometric progression, we call it as common ratio. It's a constant. Yang constant tu lah that we multiply to the previous term. So how do we get common ratio? Okay, macam mana kita nak dapatkan common ratio? This is lah. Kalau macam common difference, ingat kalau common difference, D is equal to Tn minus Tn minus 1. Okay, this one is common difference. Same for common ratio. Tapi tengok dia kata ratio. Ratio mestilah menggunakan nisbah, which is bahagi. So, same thing. Tn, this one lah. Okay, this one. R, common ratio, we call it as R. Okay, this is the variable for common ratio R. T2/T1 ataupun T3/T2. Or the general formula is Tn/Tn minus 1. Okay, Tn/Tn minus 1. Kalau kita tengok macam kat sini, question this one. So this is -1 is T1, 3 is T2. So nak dapat dia punya R is T2/T1. Tak semestinya T2, we can use T3, but then bawah dia akan jadi T2 lah. So T2 is always 3, T1 is negative 1. So you get negative 3. Or T3 over T2. Okay, we can get also negative 9 divided by 3 and we have negative 3. So if these two is the same, this negative 3 and negative 3 is the same, we call it as common ratio. So if the sequence has the same common ratio, then we call it as geometric progression. Okay, that's the difference between GP and AP. So do you guys understand? Faham tak? Awal je lagi ni. Okay.
Boleh.
Boleh kan? Okay. So now we move on. Next. Kenapa dia tak nak bergerak? Sekejap ya. Kenapa dia tak nak bergerak? Next. Okay, now. Next. Sekejap, Jen nak masuk. Admit Jen Marcelo. Okay, Jen Marcelo. Okay, now. Example. Okay, Jen, previously we learn about GP. Okay, so now kamu tengok macam mana nak cari GP. Identifying GP, geometric progression. Okay, identifying geometric progression. Okay, determine, example 17. Determine whether each of the following is GP or not. Okay, macam tadilah kiranya. So, how do we identify if it's GP or not? Kita guna R, which is we find the value of the common ratio. Make sure R same for all the term. R is the same. Yeah, same. So tengok first equation. Okay, so this one is T1, T2, T3, T4. Okay, so remember the formula to find the common ratio is Tn, okay, Tn over Tn minus 1. This one is for GP. Okay, GP we use R, common ratio. AP we use D, common difference. Okay, so we find dia punya R. So Tn over Tn minus 1. So we can find, oh dia dah lari sikit tak? Bukan lari sikit. So we can use T2 over T1. Okay, we use T2, R is equal to T2 over T1. So dia punya T2 apa? 2. So 2 over 1. So 2. Okay, that's the first one. So kita cari R yang for the second R punya, which is kita boleh pilih T3 dengan T2. So our term 3 is 6. Okay, 6 over 2. So you will have 3. So is the common ratio between those two is the same? No. This is 2, this is 3. So bila dia tak sama, eventually dia akan jadi not a geometric progression. Okay, because why? Because dia punya ratio is not the same. 1, 2, 1, 3. So bila ratio dia tak sama, it cannot be a GP. So not a GP, not geometric progression. But for this one, okay, tengok. This one they involve power. Okay, but just the same thing lah. Okay, so this one is T1, T2, T3. Okay, and then first find your R. Remember R is equal to Tn over Tn minus 1. Okay, first choose T2. So T2 over T1 is P3 over P. So this one just guna indices lah. Divided, same base. So T3 minus 1, P2. And then try P3 over T2. P5 over P3. So P5 over P3. Berapa kamu akan dapat? P to the power of? P5 over P3. P to the power of what? Dia punya tu. Ratio dia. Berapa ayat? Dia ayat macam nak buka. Mic. So 5 minus 3 is equal to 2. So it's actually P2. Okay, P2. So just the same. P2, this one P2, this one is P2. So when the common ratio is the same, we call it as GP. Okay, we call it as GP. So should not be a problem lah. Okay, GP. Next page. Okay. Okay. This one, okay, kamu try. Saya cari soalan, kamu try jawab to test whether it's GP or not. Mana? Okay. Okay, identify. Okay, identify. GP or not. Okay. -4, -8, -16, and B 1, that one, -1, 3, dengan -6. Okay, now try jawab. Okay, after you finish, macam biasa, raise your hand. Determine whether the following is a geometric progression or not. Okay, -4, A is -4, -8, -16, B -1, 3 dengan -6. I give you 1 minute. Should not be a problem. Je lah, just cari dia punya R. Remember the formula for R. R is equal to Tn over Tn minus 1. Okay, already? Dapat tak? My internet slow or you guys cannot? Okay, dah. Okay. So let me ask. Okay, first. Demong takut dia hilang tu. Jen. Jen, can you open your mic, Jen? Is Jen over there? Jen?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, Jen. So, identifying GP. Okay, Jen, identify GP. First, kamu kena cari common ratio. Ingat, common ratio tu is the different lah. Sama macam common different yang kamu cari waktu AP. Okay, so nak tahu if things tu GP or not, kita cari dia punya R. Okay, R. So, untuk A, R first buat, this is T1, T2, T3. So, Tn over Tn minus 1. So, we use T2 first. So, T2 dia punya term kedua berapa, Jen? The second term dia.
-8.
-8. And then you divided by the first term. Dia punya first term dia berapa? -4. So your answer will be what? Your R. -8 over -2 is equal to -4 over here. Sorry, -4. So -8 over -4 equal to what, Jen?
2.
Okay, so this is for the first R. Okay, and then you try the second R, which is T3 over T2. So your T3 is equal to what?
-16
Over
-8.
So equal to
2.
So R is the same. So is it a GP or not? Geometric progression or not?
GP.
Yes. Macam tu je. Senang. Okay. And then second question, Demong. Demong, can you open your mic?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So Demong. So untuk B. So this is T2 dia berapa? T1, T2, T3. So how did you get R?
3 over -1.
Okay. Equal to?
-3.
Okay. For the second one, apa over apa?
-6 over 3.
Equal to?
-2.
So GP or not?
Not GP.
Why?
Because it's not same, sir.
Apa yang not same?
Common ratio.
Yes, bagus. Okay, betul dah lah. Just like that, okay? Very simple. To determine if it's a GP or not. Okay, just find the value of R. Sama macam kita cari AP. Okay, AP tapi kita guna AP. For AP, we use common different. Which is kita tolak second term, tolak first term. Tapi untuk GP, kita divide. Second term divided by first term, third term divided by second term and so on lah. Okay, so now moving on. finding the term. Okay, finding the term. Okay, how to find the term for GP? Okay, kalau for AP, ingat for AP, Tn to AP is A plus bracket n minus 1 bracket D. Okay, that's for AP. Ni AP. But what about GP? Macam mana kita nak cari untuk GP? So we see how to find the formula. Okay, how to find the term. Okay, given 5, 15, 45, 135. So this one is T1, T2, T3, T4. Okay, and so on. Okay, for the first term, 5, T1, which is equal to A. Remember, first term we call it as A lah, first term. Okay, and then the second term is 15. So based on this, kita boleh tengok 3 times 5. Okay, what is 3? What is 3? 3 ni apa? This dia punya common difference. Okay, common ratio dia, common ratio. So kamu boleh cari dulu ada 15 divided by 5. This is equal to 3. Okay, tak puas hati, try yang second. 45 divided by 15 is equal to 3 also. So 3 ni adalah dia punya common ratio. So maksudnya dia buat common ratio times dengan first term. Tu untuk dapatkan second term. So what about third term? Okay, it is 45. Okay, 45, how to relate? R times A times A. Okay, so dia simplify jadi A times R square. Why R square? Sebab ni salah. A times, apa dia buat macam tu? So 10, 5 times 3 times 3. Tn, n is the first, the number of the term, A is the first term, R is the common ratio. Maksudnya formula ni tak tepat ni. 3 times 5 times 5 betul dah. AR n to minus 1. Betul lah. Okay, A times R to 2. 3 times 5 times 5 times 5. This is A. Nice. Apa? This one. Nanti kita refer, nanti saya betulkan ini. Saya ada something wrong kat sini. Okay. So actually how to find the formula, kita tengok formula nanti dalam kelas nanti akan remind balik. To find the formula dia is like this lah. Tn is equal to AR bracket to the power of n minus 1. Okay, n minus 1. So where A is the first term, AA is the first term, R is the common ratio, n is the number of the term itself lah. Term keberapa yang kita nak. And then n minus 1. Okay, R times A times A itu R T square R. Something wrong. Ingat 3, 15, 3. Okay. This one, dia salah tulis ni sekejap Padam. Kan dia yang lipat-lipat. Sekejap. Okay, it should be betul je. Tapi ni, dia betulkan. So this one is 3 times 3. 3 times 5. Okay, kamu akan dapat 15. 15 times 3, kamu akan dapatlah 45. This one is 3. 3 times 5 times 3. And this one is, okay, tak depan je, 5 first. Okay, 5 times 3, kamu akan dapat 15. Okay, 15 times 3, kamu akan dapat berapa? 45. Okay, 45 times 3 dapat berapa? 45 times 3. Kita tekan calculator. 45 times 3. 145, right?
135.
135. Sekejap, kita tengok. Should be 5 times 3 times 3 times 3. 135. Okay, 135. Okay, betul. So ini je, dia tersalah tulis ni. Okay. So based on sini kamu tengok. A times R. Now R, for the third term, A times R squared. For the fourth term, A times R cube. Okay. T5, for the fifth term, AR akan jadi kuasa 4. Kenapa? Sebab tengok R dia dah berkurang for the term yang bertambah. Okay. T2, R1. T3, R2. T4, R1. So that's why n R to the power of n minus 1. Sebab dia punya R2 punya power dia berkurang by 1 for the terms lah. Okay. So that's how we get the formula. Okay. Tu just tersalah huruf ni. Okay, salah huruf. Okay, tapi inilah cara nak dapatkan dia. Okay. So macam mana kita nak guna. Okay. Now we use the, oh salah. Next. So we use. Okay. Example. Find the n term for geometric progression. Okay, find the n term. Saya tengok lagi yang ni. Okay, saya tahu dulu. Okay, dalam. Okay, kamu tengok. Okay. Okay, tengok dari sini ya. Okay, find the system for geometric progression 3, -6, 12, -24. So ingat the formula to use it, Tn is AR n to the power of negative to the power of n -1, n -1. So first macam biasa kalau AP kita cari A, kita cari D, kita cari N, kita cari Tn. Okay, same thing for GP just now, tapi we just change. D ni tukar, kita kena cari R, A, R, and N. Okay, nak cari R. So your A, what is the value of your A? A equal to what?
3.
3. So your ratio, your common ratio, okay,
-2.
negatif berapa? Tak yakin, jom kita kira. So
-2.
Negative 2 lah kan. T2 over T1. So -6 divided by 3, you will have -2. And then you already AR. So term keberapa yang dia nak cari? Which term?
6.
6 term. And then you substitute into the formula. Formula is Tn equal to AR n minus 1. So T6 equal to A is 3, R is -2, N is 6 minus 1. Okay, now press your calculator. Berapa kamu akan dapat? Berapa dapat? 3 bracket -2 to the power of 5 lah. 6 minus 1, 5. Berapa kamu dapat? -96. Yes, betul je. -96. Correct. -96. So let's see. Betul tak? Sama tak jalan kerja dengan sebelah ni? Okay, first dia cari A. R is equal to A is equal to 3 and then cari R. -6 over 3 which is equal to -2. And then they substitute the value. Okay, T6 equal to 3 bracket -2 to the power of 5. Macam mana dapat 5? Dia terus minus kan? N minus 1. N kita is 6. So 6 minus 1 is 5 and then you get lah. T6 is equal to -96. Okay, simple je nak cari dia punya term. Okay, now moving on lagi. Ni dia punya term kita tengok. Find the number of terms in the geometric progression. So now, the question asks for number of term. Okay, find the number of term. Dia bukan nak tahu the value of the term. Dia dah bagi value of the term. Ni, 512. So now dia nak cari. Waktu 512 ni, n is equal to apa? Okay, dia nak cari n sekarang. Find the number of term. Find the n in the geometric progression where the value of the term, Tn. 512 ni is Tn. Tn is already given. So how to find value of n? Sama je. Okay, the same thing as we do in AP. GP pun sama, just that R dia lah. R yang berubah and the formula. So first, macam biasa cari A. Your A is 1. Your R is 2. Macam mana boleh dapat 2? Macam biasa, T2 over T1 which is 2 over 1 samalah 2. Okay, dapat R2. Okay, now Tn. This formula Tn kita AR n minus 1. So A1, R kita 2, n minus 1 is equal to 512. Okay, n is unknown. So biar je n. Okay, and then 1 pergi belah sana dia jadi 512 divided by 1. Same thing. Okay, now 512. Okay, this one is 2, this one is 512. If you don't know how to use index, macam ini dia terus cari index, dia dapat 512 is actually 2 to the power of 9. Okay, 2 to the power of 9 and then dia comparekan index. Dia compare n minus 1 dengan 9. So dapatlah n is equal to 10. But kalau kamu tak yakin, macam sampai sini je kat step sini, kamu dah confused. Okay, contoh kamu sampai situ kamu dapat 2 bracket n minus 1 is equal to 512. Okay, sebab ni satu darab segi sebelah dia jadi divided je lah. 512 divided by 1 same thing. So if you confused over here, how to solve this one? Okay, what method can you use kalau kamu tak boleh guna index ni? Kamu tak dapat 2 kuasa 9 ni. Apa yang kamu boleh guna kat sini? Ingat lagi, kita dah belajar last chapter, waktu chapter 4. Apa kita buat kalau kita ada base yang kita tak boleh samakan? Kita guna apa? Kita introduce what?
Log.
Introduce log.
Yes, introduce log. Log 10. So this one kamu boleh introduce log. Log 2 n minus 1 is equal to log 512. Okay, and then use apa? Third law, power law. This one to the front. N minus 1 log 2 is equal to log 512. And then macam biasa n minus 1. So this term to the other side dia jadi division lah. Log 512 over log 2. Okay, now try you press your calculator. What value will you get? Log 512 divided by log 2. Log 512, 9 Dapat log 2. Okay, you will have 9. Okay, and then macam biasa, negative 1 ni transfer lah pergi belah sini. So n is equal to 10. Okay, that one. If you cannot obtain this lah, 2 kuasa 9 ni sama dengan 512. Okay, kalau kamu tak dapat. Kalau kamu tak dapat yang base dia ni, kiranya base dia ni tak boleh, cannot be samakan base, cannot same base. Kita boleh guna log. Okay, this one, because 512 is actually 2 to the power of 9. But then kamu kena tekan satu-satu ni payah. Just in case kalau salah. Kalau dia bagi macam 16 tak apa, 2 kuasa 4, simple. But then this one is 2 to the power of 9. Terlampau besar. Sometimes you didn't memorize kan. So kamu just use log. You use log. Okay, guna je log. Senang saja. Okay, now. Okay, now continue. Okay, B pula. Okay, B. 16. So punya ni dah habis bateri ke? Sekejap ya. Tengok sekejap. Okay, banyak lagi baterinya. Kenapa tak boleh guna? Okay, so now 16, 8, 4, 1 over 32. So now we want to find the term 1 over 32. Okay, kita nak cari term 1 over 32. Okay, okay. So, macam biasa, simple sahaja guna yang kita dah belajar tadi. Okay, use like this lah. First cari A. A is 16, R is 1 over 2. How you get R is equal to 1 over 2? 8 over 16, which is equal to 1 over 2. Okay, and then you substitute into formula. Tn is equal to 1 over 32. So Tn is 16 bracket 1 over 2 n minus 1. Okay, this one. Okay, this one. Okay. 16 is actually 2 to the power of 4. Okay, and then macam mana dia dapat 32 is 2 to the power of 5. Okay, dia cuba samakan semua dengan base 2. Okay, dia try cubakan semua. And then this one, 1 over 2 is actually 2 to the power of negative 1. Macam biasa, 1 over A is equal to A to the power of negative 1. So dia just samakan, and then sebab semua base sama, everything is base 2, dia pun gabungkan. So 4 ni dia akan tambah, sebab dia kan darab, so bila darab dia tambah. So 4 darab negative plus negative n plus 1. Okay, 1. Guna indices punya law sahaja. And then samakan dengan this one, same base kan dengan dia. Okay, so 4 minus n plus 1 is equal to negative 5, and then you transfer 1 by 1, you will have your value of n is equal to 10. Okay, but kalau if you tak dapat lah kiranya, cannot solve this kan, kenapa ada problem kat sini? Okay, sebentar. Okay. Okay. So if you cannot do like this, macam biasa, we can directly use log juga. Macam biasa, so 16 ni kamu transfer je pergi sebelah. Kamu akan dapat 1 over 2 and minus 1. So 1 over 32 divided by 16. Okay, press your calculator. Berapa nilai kamu akan dapat? 1 over 32 divided by 16. 1 over 32 divided by 16. So, kamu akan dapat nilai 1.1. Tukar kepada bentuk pecahan. 1 over 5.
500.
500 and then kalau macam ni kamu pun still blur, tak tahu nak buat macam mana, boleh guna log. Can use log. Okay, log 1 over 2 and minus 1 log 1 over 512. Okay, and then macam biasa this one to the other side and minus 1 log 1 over 2 log 1 over 512. And then macam biasa just transfer and then log 1 over 512 divided by log 1 over 2. This one kamu akan dapat 9. So n is equal to 10. Okay. So kiranya you have two different ways to do it. Either you want to use indices or you want to use log. Okay. That's why we learn about indices, log dengan surd in chapter 4 because we can relate to chapter 5. Okay. Okay, moving on lagi. Okay, next lagi example lagi. And term lagi. Banyak example kan ni supaya kita can directly calculate. Okay, given the first three term in the geometric progression are x minus 4, x, 5x minus 5. So this one is T1, T2, T3. This is the first three term where all the terms are positive. Okay, tengok ayat dia kata apa? All terms are positive. Kamu kena consider ni, all term are positive. Find the value of x. Okay. Question A, find the value of x. So how to solve this question is by using ratio. Okay. Ratio. Sebab kita ada T1, T2, T3. So we know T2 over T1 is equal to T2 over T1 is equal to T3 over T2. Kenapa kita tahu? Sebab dia is a geometric progression, means that R is the same. So we use formula to find R. Okay, kita compare kan. Meaning that kita buat simultaneous equation lah. Equation. Lepas tu kita solvekan one by one. Okay. So, kamu pun dapat. So T2 over T1 is equal to x over x minus 4. T3 over T2, 5x minus 12 over 5x minus 12 over x. And then macam biasa, simple saja this one. Kamu just ni cara dia panjang sangat, tak apa. Kamu just buat darab silang pun boleh. Okay, just use cross multiplication. You will have x ni akan darab dengan x. 5x minus 12 akan darab dengan x minus 4. Okay, and then x is x square. So this one kamu just expand macam biasa. Okay, so 5x square mana lagi? Minus 32x plus 48. Okay. And then dah nampak sini, it's x square. Kita kena buat quadratic equation. Okay, guna quadratic equation. Mana lagi bagus? 5x pergi belah sini ke x square pergi belah sana? Mana lagi bagus? Siapa pindah?
5x pergi sana.
5x pergi sana. Kalau 5x pergi sana, kamu akan dapat negatif kan? Mana lagi bagus? Pindah x square ke pindah 5x square?
X square.
X square lagi bagus. See ya? Sebab kita nak, kalau if possible, our value of x kita positif. So if you transfer 5x square pergi belah sana, dia akan jadi x square tolak 5x square. Which is akan jadi negative 4x square. Tak cantik. We didn't want that. Okay. So we transfer je x square pergi belah sana. So akan kosong lah belah sini. 5x square akan tolak dengan x square. S square yang lain tu tulis je lah. 48. So bila dah sampai macam ni baru kita nak letak 5x square kat depan, tak apa. So 5x square minus x square, kamu akan dapat 4x square sini yang bawah ni. And then negative 32x plus 48 equal to 0. Okay. So ingat, before you use factorization, tengok, can you simplify first? Boleh simplify tak nombor ni?
Boleh.
Can you simplify? Divided by berapa? Divided by
4.
4. Yes, divided by 4. Inilah kamu dapat kat sini. X square minus 8x plus 12. Bila dah sampai sini, you use your calculator. Okay, use your calculator. Ingat, jangan lupa. Ingat lagi tak factorization? Kita tengok sini. Factorization. Tak saya tunjuk. Okay. Remember, you need to use mod. Lepas tu cari yang solve polynomial degree 2. Okay, solve polynomial degree 2. So, your x is equal to 1, negative 8 dengan 12. 1, negative 8 dengan 12. Okay, you will have 2 dengan 6. Okay, 2 dengan 6. Okay, but remember 2 dengan 6 tu final answer. Dalam bracket kita kena tukarkan. So kalau 2, so negative 2. Kalau 6, negative 6. Okay, then tengok ni dia telah apa kat bawah. X is not equal to 2, X equal to 6. Kenapa kamu rasa dia kata X ni is not equal to 2? Why? Kat bawah ni dia kata X is not equal to 2. Why? Why? So first, try kamu masukkan dalam formula, dalam term ini. X negative 4, X dengan 5, X tolak 12. Okay, if you use X is equal to 2, try kita kira untuk T1. So 2 tolak negative 2. So kalau kamu guna 2, you will have negative term. But tengok dia kata apa kat dalam ayat dia. Where all the terms are positive. All the terms are positive. So if you just leave it X equal to 2 or X is equal to 16, salah. Kenapa? Sebab bila X tu equal to 2, kamu akan dapat negative term. Negative 2 ni. So tak boleh. So kita cannot accept X is equal to 2. What about 6? So kamu pun try. So 6 minus 4, kamu dapat 2. 2, 6. Ni 5 darab 2, 5 darab 6, 30. So ini 18. So semua positif. So that's why we only accept X is equal to 6. We didn't accept X is equal to 2. Why? Once again, because when we substitute into the term, we will have a negative value for the term. So that's why kita tak terima. Okay. Macam ni. Okay. Do you understand why I cancel X is equal to 2 now?
Yes.
Yeah, simple saja. Okay, now B, the seventh term. So this one macam biasalah, very simple saja. First cari A, R dengan N. So A kita dah tahu. A kita tahu tak? Just substitute je lah. X2 equal to 6. So 6 minus 4 is equal to 2. Dah dapat A. Nak cari R, kiralah 6. This is T1 kita. This is T2. You substitute je lah dalam nilai X tu dalam term dia ni. Ganti je lah. Okay. So we will have, sebab dia adalah 2, 6, 18. So kamu substitute je. So this is A. This R, kamu akan dapat 3 and then you substitute into the formula for Tn. T7 is equal to 2, bracket 3 to the power of 7 minus 1. Kamu akan dapat T7 is equal to 1, 4, 5. Okay, simple saja yang ni. Yang ni kamu kena cari balik lah A dengan R dia. Why? Sebab now we have already find the value of X. So we just substitute X2 dengan 6. Okay, jangan guna in term of X lagi. Nanti serabut lah Acik nak kira dalam bentuk X, payah. So we already have the value of X, so kita just substitute into the term. Okay, dah dapat. Okay, moving on. Okay, lagi example untuk n term. Okay, in the geometric progression, the third term, okay, the third term which is T3 exceed the first term by 9. So T1, exceed ni melebihi lah, melebihi. Lebih. Sebanyak 9. And the sum of the second term, T2 and the third term T3 is 18. Sum maksudnya hasil tambah. Okay, so find the first term A and the common ratio R. So dia suruh kita cari A and R. So how to use this? We use the formula already given. Dia kata T3 melebihi exceeds T1 by 9. So kalau T3 minus T1, we will have equal to 9. So this is our first equation. Bukan first equation, first info lah. Kita first info. Okay, this is our first info. Second info, T2 plus T3 is equal to 18. That is our second info. And then we use simultaneous equation. Okay, guna ni, using this formula. Kita tahu T3 adalah AR to the power of 2. Okay, this is T3. T1 is equal to A. You just substitute. Okay, just substitute saja. So this is your first equation. And T2 plus T3 is equal to 18. So buat dalam bentuk formula yang ini yang melibatkan A dengan R. Why? Because we want to find the value of A, value of R. So T2 is equal to AR, T3 AR plus 2, AR to the power of 2. And then you plus that one, you get 18. And then you use simultaneous. Okay, 1 dengan 2. Okay, now simultaneous selalu, when simultaneous kita selalu guna elimination ataupun substitution kan. Subs. Okay, try tengok. If you try to tolak, okay, contoh 2 minus 1, okay, 2 tolak 1, saya try buat kat sini dulu. So AR plus AR square is equal to 18. AR square minus A is equal to 9. So, kamu tolak AR, contoh kamu tolak AR, kamu kena tolak. So apa yang tinggal adalah AR, negatif positif A is equal to 9. Tak boleh. Kenapa tak boleh? Sebab after we eliminate, we still left with 2 variable. Kita still ada 2. Ingat, after you do elimination, only 1 variable kena ada. So meaning kita tak boleh guna elimination. Okay. Substitution lagi susah. So when you are in this kind of difficulty, you guna ini. Bahagi. Okay. You use division. 2 divided by 1. Okay. 2 divided by 1. Okay. Senang lah. Kenapa saya kata senang? Okay. Tengok sini. This one. Dengan this one. Okay. At first kita tak boleh terus cancel. Kenapa? Sebab dia melibatkan plus dengan minus. So apa kita boleh buat? Factorization. Tengok macam kat sebelah sini. Dia guna factorization. Dia keluarkan AR ke depan. So bila AR kat depan, bracket 1 plus R is equal to 18. And the second one, yang denominator dia akan jadi A bracket R square minus 1. Okay, A ni kamu boleh cancel dengan A ni. Okay, dah hilang A. Ni pun cancel lah. But R square minus 1, this one. Kamu dah belajar ya dalam factorization yang by formula. Ingat by formula? Okay, ingat yang by formula. Kalau dia adalah dalam bentuk A square tolak B square, kita boleh asingkan jadi A plus B, A minus B. Kamu dah belajar ni waktu form 2. Hafizul dah ajar betulnya. Okay, so tengok this one. So A dia R square. B dia 1. Sir, kat sini patutnya B square. Kenapa kalau 1 kita terima? Kenapa 1 ni kita terima? Sebab 1 ni is equal to 1 square. Sebab kalau 1 square, dia still jadi 1. So that's why we ada 2 square. Okay, so bila ada square dengan square, tolak. So kamu boleh pecahkan dia jadi 1 tolak 1 tambah this one. R minus 1, R plus 1. This one kamu boleh cancel dengan this one. So apa yang tinggal hanyalah kat atas ada R, kat bawah ada R minus 1. So R minus 1, 18 divided lah dengan 9 you get 2. Okay, and then macam biasa transfer je R2 pergi sebelah sana, kamu solvekan, kamu akan dapat R is equal to 2R minus 2. Okay, and then transfer R is equal to 2. So you have R is equal to 2. Okay, and then we need to find the value of A. Pilih je mana yang kamu nak. Nak masukkan dalam first formula boleh. Nak masukkan dalam second formula pun boleh. So A, saya guna first formula. R kita 2. So 2 square minus A equal to 9. Okay, and then kamu akan solve lah. So this one akan jadi 4A tolak A is equal to 9. So 3A is equal to 9. So A is equal to 3. Okay, tengok ni dia kata apa. Tips. To solve geometric progression, we usually need to divide the equation. Tengok dia kata apa? Divide. So meaning, yes, we use simultaneous equation. Simultaneous. And selalunya simultaneous kita melibatkan elimination atau subtraction. Tapi kita guna elimination, yes, we use elimination. Tapi kita tak melibatkan plus or minus. Kita guna division. We use bahagi. Elimination but involve division. Okay, and then macam ni kamu kena buat lah, ingatlah balik macam mana nak simplify dengan factorize balik. This one kamu kena memorize balik. Nanti saya share balik nota ni, nanti kamu tengok betul-betul. Okay, buat sekali lagi. Okay, next. Okay. Last for the anthem, last example untuk anthem lah. Okay, now find the smallest term in the geometric progression 16, 24, 36 that exceed 150. Okay, dia kata exceed 150. Maksudnya dia nak tahu term keberapa dalam GP ini yang melebihi 150. So maksudnya dia nak cari Tn yang melebihi 150 and actually kita nak cari N dia sebenarnya. Okay, nak tahu N mana yang nilai Tn dia melebihi 150, more than 150. So, how? First A is 16. R is 24 over 16, you get 1.5. So this is the formula yang kenal lah, Tn greater than 150. So now, Tn, AR n minus 1 greater than 150. A is 16, R is 1.5, n minus 1, n we didn't know, so we left it as n. Okay, macam biasa, 16 pergi belah sana, dia jadi division. Dapat 9.375. Okay, 9.375. Or, kalau kamu nak biar dalam 150/16 pun boleh. Tak apa, kamu tak nak solvekan awal-awal. Okay, bila sini, tengok ini 1.5, ini 9.375. You cannot same the base, so we introduce log 10, introduce log. Tadi saya dah ajar kan, saya dah tunjuk dah, kita dah buat dah yang introduce log. Okay, introduce log. So ni you kena remind, kena ingat balik cara nak guna log. Okay, and then macam biasa, this one pergi ke depan, n minus 1, log 10, 1.5 greater than log 10, 9.375, and then this one go to the other side, dia bahagi. Okay, dia buat bahagi. Ini dia just, dia tunjuk example biasa. So, patut sampai sini. Okay, dah sampai sini. So, n minus 1, dia solvekan dulu yang ni. Dapatlah 5.520. So, negative 1 pergi sebelah, jadi plus. So, n is greater than 6.520. But remember, n term, n kena whole number. Okay, whole number. So, kita ambil lah yang besar daripada itu. So, n is equal to 7. Okay. When it comes to find the value with decimal or big number, use log. Okay, tengok use log. Tengok dia melibatkan decimal ataupun nombor yang besar. Macam ni, 150 bagi 16. Kita guna log, lagi senang. Okay. This one sama je macam yang sebelum-sebelum ni. Cuma kali ni dia melibatkan inequalities lah. Inequalities. So just simple saja sebenarnya. Okay. It's not that pening-pening. Okay. Okay. Another last subtopic untuk GP. Sikit je lagi. Okay, tinggal lagi few more. Yang belakang-belakang ni just example je, banyak. So, tak banyak example. Okay. So now we want to learn about sum of the first n term. Okay. Sum of the first n term for geometric progression. Oh, salah. For the geometric progression. Okay. Tadi itu kita belajar sum of the first n term for AP. Now untuk GP. Macam mana untuk GP? Okay, this is how kita cari dia punya formula. Okay, cari formula dia. And inilah dia punya formula sebenar dia. Okay, kat sini formula dia. Sn is equal to A bracket 1 minus R to the power of n over 1 minus R where R is not equal to 1. Okay, can anybody tell me kenapa R ni cannot equal to 1? Apa akan jadi kalau R is equal to 1? Anyone has any idea tak kalau kita guna R is equal to 1, apa akan jadi?
Made error.
Kenapa make error, Jan?
Kosong.
Apa yang kosong? Dia punya denominator ataupun infinity lah. Math error, infinity, something like that. Kenapa? Sebab kat bawah ni kalau R is equal to 1, dia akan bahagi dengan kosong. Okay, we cannot divide anything by 0. Okay, we cannot divide anything by 0. So that's why R cannot equal to 1. Okay. So, untuk sum of the first n term, dia ada dua formula. Okay, kenapa dua formula? Kita tengok. Commonly used when R ni less than 1. Bila R less than 1, kamu guna formula ini. Okay, kamu guna formula ni. A bracket 1 minus R to the power of n over 1 minus R. When kamu punya common ratio kamu less than 1. But if your common ratio ni greater than 1. What about if your common ratio greater than 1? Okay, if your common ratio greater than 1, kamu guna formula ini. Salah. Dia just terbalik, tukar tempat je. Okay, kalau R greater than 1, Sn is equal to A bracket Rn minus 1, R to the power of n minus 1 bracket R tolak 1. R ni still cannot equal to 1. Okay, tengok kat sini, tengok yang mana ni, senang kamu nak tengok. Okay, so when R greater than 1, kita guna formula yang first. But when R is less than 1, kita akan guna formula second. Okay, tapi kalau kamu lupa formula ni, dalam formula sheet dia akan bagi satu je saya rasa. Satu ke dua? Satu je. Okay, tapi it's okay kalau kamu ingat satu je. Nanti jawapan kamu just akan jadi negatif je lah. Dia terbalik. Nanti negatif jumpa negatif dia akan still akan produce the same answer. But it's easier kalau kamu ingat yang ini. Kalau R greater than 1, R kat depan. R to the power of n tolak 1. Kalau R less than 1, R dekat belakang. 1 tolak R. Okay, where Sn is the sum of the first n term, n is the number of term, A is the first term, R is the common ratio. So ini formula dia. Okay, so macam mana kita nak identify bila masa R kita, bila masa nak guna first equation, bila masa nak guna second equation. Let us see some example. Okay, let us see some example. Okay, given the geometric progression 8, -24, 72. Calculate the sum of the first 6 term. Okay, first 6 term. So kita delete dulu yang ni. Kita buat sama-sama. Okay, buat sama-sama. So delete dulu. So let us do it together. Okay. Okay. Calculate the sum of the first n term. Dia nak sum of the first n term meaning S6. Okay. Macam biasa, first benda kamu kena cari adalah A, R dengan N. So your A is equal to apa guys? What is your value of A?
8.
8, correct, 8. So your R is equal to what? T2 divided by T1, kamu dapat berapa? -24 divided by 8.
-3.
-3, betul, -3. So N is 6 lah, 6. Okay, the sum of the first n term. Okay, now you substitute. Tapi tengok nak guna formula first ke nak guna formula second. So pick. R kamu -3. So kamu guna first ke second equation? Second formula ke first formula? Second formula. Betul. Kenapa? Sebab R ni less than 1. R kan -3. So R less than 1. So kita guna second formula. So S6 is equal to A kita berapa? 8. Bracket 1 tolak 3 kuasa N. 6. Over 1 tolak 3. So, kamu pun solve. Try use your calculator. Berapa kamu akan dapat? Ni boleh terus je. Bila kamu dapat sampai sini, kamu terus masukkan dalam calculator pun boleh. Okay? Doesn't need to solve one by one. Okay? So let's press our calculator. 8 bracket 1 minus 3 to the power of 6. Tutup bracket over 1 minus 3. Okay, berapa kamu dapat? Ada apa-apa? Ada perasan tak apa-apa tak dekat saya punya equation tu? Is there anything that I do anything wrong? Betul je apa yang saya tulis tu. No one notice anyone? Okay.
In bracket.
Anyone notice? Apa yang bracket?
Negative.
Negatif apa?
-3.
Ya, -3. Kenapa lambat sangat nak beritahu? Saja je kamu. Okay, sebelum saja je tengok. Ada tak orang perasan? Okay, formula dia memang directly tolak kat tengah ni ya. Tolak. So since R kita negatif, -3 to the power of 6. Tak ada orang pun nak kata, sir, ada something wrong with your calculation. Okay, now baru kira balik. Apa kamu akan dapat? Berapa kapan kamu akan dapat? Ambil 4 significant figures. 4 SP. Significant figures SS. Boleh tak tekan calculator? Let us tekan sama-sama. Saya tak boleh. Okay, bracket division. Clear. Mod 1. Okay.
Saya guna
Bahagilah.
kalkulator lama.
Kalkulator lama dapat berapa?
Belum
Dapat.
dapat.
Mirror lagi. Belum dapat lagi. Tak apa. Kira satu one by one. Try kira one by one. 6. Sekejap. Sekira. 6. Tutup bracket. Over 1 minus negative 3. Akan 1.49 something. Anyone got the answer now?
Yeah, same.
Berapa dapat?
Same.
Okay. Okay, kita tengok sini. Okay, first dia cari nilai R. Okay, and then this is A. So R dengan N. And then dia substitute into the calculation. Okay, dia solvekan sikit. Dia akan dapat this one. Bahagi, your answer is negative 1. Hilang. Negative 1, 4, 5, 6. Okay, negative 1, 4, 5, 6. Sama tak? Okay, negative 1, 4, 5, 6. Itulah jawapannya. Okay, very simple sahaja. Okay, simple saja for GP. Sum of the first and third. That one kalau melibatkan R less than 1. So, right, let's see. Ada question. Okay, this one. Okay, given the geometric progression, 5 over 4, 5 over 2, 5, and 160. Calculate the sum of all the terms. Okay, calculate the sum of all the terms. Okay, first and foremost, do we know sum of the all the term ni berapa? Ada berapa term sekarang? Do we know how many term we have?
No.
No, but we know the last term is 160. So macam mana? Kita kena cari dulu lah nilai n. We need to find the n first. Okay, find n. Macam mana nak cari n? Macam biasa, sama macam tadilah yang find n tadi. So A kita 5 over 4. R is 2. Tn ni. Final term kita Tn. 160. Okay, use formula Tn to find the value of n. So 5 over 4 bracket A to the power of n minus 1. A kita 2 kan. So masukkan, ni R. R 2. Okay, and then dia bawakan this one, dia bawa pergi sebelah sana. Dia 1 to 8. Okay, this one dia guna 2. So 1 to 8. Kamu boleh guna log, can use log or indices. Tengok kalau dia boleh guna, tapi ni mungkin besar sangat, kamu pun pening kepala nak cari sampai 207, kamu gunalah log. Okay, boleh guna log. Log 2 n minus 1 log 1 to 8. Okay, and then n minus 1 is equal to log 1 to 8 over log 2. And then kamu akan dapat n minus 1 is equal to 7. So n is equal to 8. Itu baru kita tahu. Maksudnya dia suruh cari S8. And then you substitute into formula. But remember, so your R now is equal to 2. So first formula ke second formula untuk Sn? First formula ke second? Yes, first. Why? Because your R is greater than 1. So that's why we use the first formula. Okay, now substitute je. A is 5 over 4. R is 2. First formula. R is 2 to the power of 8 and minus 1 and then 2 minus 1. You press your calculator, dapatlah yang ini. Kamu tinggalkan sampai sini pun boleh. Kamu nak simplify lagi pun boleh. Doesn't matter. Better sampai sini je. Kalau jawapan kamu boleh dalam bentuk pecahan, better letak dalam pecahan. Tak perlulah kamu nak buat dalam bentuk titik perpuluhan. Sebab kita tak tahu. Mungkin jawapan dia nak 3 atau 4, takut salah. Better kita biar dalam pecahan sahaja. Okay? Like this only. Okay? Moving on lagi. Example, a few more example before we move on to the next one. Okay, this one is general sum. Okay. This one, okay, Amin save RM RM1 on the first day. So maksudnya ini adalah P1. Tengok dia kata apa? First day. Maksudnya first. RM2 on the second day. So ini adalah P2. RM4 on the third day. So ini adalah P3 and so on. So this one is application punya soalan. Okay, application. Okay, how many days, tahu hari ke berapa? How many days? Berapa banyak hari? Kan hari ke berapa? Berapa banyak hari? How many days that he has to save? Okay, perlu dia menyimpan to get sum of RM4,095. Okay, RM4,095. So meaning dia nak cari SN di mana SN is equal to 4095. Okay, SN equal to 4095. Macam mana kita nak buat? Simple sahaja. Okay, just use all the info that we have. So our A1, A is equal to 1. Why? Ni, saya dah kira dah tunjuk dari T1. T2 kita is 2. Ni, T3 kita is 4. So from here we can find A. So A1. R kita berapa R? What is the value of your R? T2 divided by A, 2 divided by 1, 2, which is greater than 1. So kita guna formula 1. Use the first formula. Okay, and then this is our SN, 4095. N yang kita nak cari. Okay, so you substitute into formula. So A is 1, R is 2, N is unknown. So biar N minus 1 over 2 minus 1, 4095. You transfer this one into this one. So 2 tolak 1 is just 1 lah. So it doesn't affect. So 2 to the power of N is equal to 4096. This one, takkanlah kamu nak test satu-satu. Adakah 2 ni ada nilai dia punya indices? So kita guna log. Okay, better use log. Okay, introduce log. Okay, and then macam biasa guna third law and pergi ke depan, and then log ni bahagi ke belakang. So kamu akan jadi dapat sini. Okay, and then you press your calculator, you will have N is equal to 12. Means that dia bukannya N ni bukannya maksudnya hari ke-12, maksudnya sum of 12 days. So dia menyimpan sampai setiap hari sampai hari ke-12. Bila dah sampai hari ke-12 tu, daripada hari pertama sampai ke hari 12, hasil simpanan dia adalah sebanyak RM4,095. Okay. So tengok sekejap je, 12 hari dia boleh simpan 4,000. So kamu pun bolehlah try cara macam ni. Okay, hari pertama simpan RM1, hari kedua simpan RM2, hari ketiga RM4. Hari keempat rasa-rasa berapa ringgit dia kena simpan? Fourth day.
RM8.
RM8 kah? Betul. Just darab 2 je lah, 8. T5
RM16.
32. Ini maksudnya dia guna kuasa 2 lah, darab 2 je. Darab 2, banyak lah. So kalau kamu berjaya simpan macam ni, 12 hari kamu dah ada 4,000. Okay, boleh try menyimpan. Okay, kaya terus. Boleh beli iPhone.
Beli iPhone.
Boleh beli iPhone. Okay, 12 hari je dah dapat 4,000. Okay, tapi banyak lah kena menyimpan. 32, 64, ada sampai 100, 200, 300. Macam tu lah. Okay, moving on. Okay, this is last subtopic dah. Okay, sum to the infinity. Okay, sum to the infinity. Tengok ayat dia. Kalau dalam GP, kita ada sum sampai infinity. Macam mana boleh sum sampai infinity ni? Ni. Sum to infinity of GP. Only GP ada sum sampai infinity. Okay, AP tak ada sum sampai infinity. Okay, what is actually sum to infinity? So we look at here. Okay, look at this sequence. 4, 2, 1. 1 over 2, 1 over 4, 1 over 16, 1 over 32. Kalau based on sini kamu boleh nampak R dia is actually equal to 2. 1 over 2, 1 over 2. Dia just bahagi 2. Okay, find sum to infinity of this sequence. So kita try kira Okay. When n is equal to 1, summation dia 4. Ni formula dia lah. When n is equal to 2, hasil tambah dia 6. And S equal to 3, hasil tambah dia 7. Tapi tengok, bila dah sampai sini, dia dah makin kecil. 7.5. 7.75. Try N is equal to 10. Dia tambah, tapi tambah very simple. Very sikit. 7.9992. And 20. 7.99999 sampai ujung. Sampai ujung lah kiranya. Okay. So meaning that kita boleh cari sebab nombor dia sebenarnya nombor kecil sahaja. But nilai dia, tengok nilai dia makin kecil. After 1 over 32 is 1 over 64. Then 1 over berapa. 1 to something, 1 to 8 lah. Something like that lah. Okay, so kita try sini. Tengok sini When A is equal to 4, R is equal to 1 over 2. So Sn, ini adalah formula untuk Sn. A bracket 1 minus R to the power of n over 1 minus R, where R is greater than 1. Okay, R is greater than 1. So, tengok sini, bila R ni to the power of, okay, kita tengok R to the power of, inilah macam ini, 1 over 2, 1 ni. Bila R tu, kalau R kita in term of fraction, okay, 1 over 2 macam ni, makin besar dia punya power, contoh 20, sebenarnya makin kecil nombor tu. Tengok 0.00095. So eventually bila n tu approaching infinity, 1 over 2 approaching infinity, nilai dia akan jadi berapa lah sekali? 0.00000. Dia akan menghampiri apa? It will
Infinity.
it will go to 0.
Zero.
Kenapa dia go to 0? Kita tengok bila nilai tu makin ke infinity, nilai tu akan makin kecil. Mungkin 0.0000007, 0.00008. Meaning that nilai R dia, nilai R yang R to the power of n lah, approaching this one, approaching 0. Okay, approaching 0. So bila dia approaching 0, 1 tolak 0 equal to what? 1 minus 0 equal to 1. Okay, equal to 1. So A times 1, kamu akan dapat A. Bawah ni, ni sebab dia R je, dia bukan R to the power of. Sebab ini tak effect, bawah tak effect. So ini akan jadi. Okay, so ini adalah formula bila n kita approaching infinity. A over 1 minus R. Okay, A over 1 minus R. Kenapa? Sekali lagi saya beritahu, bila R tu to the power of n, di mana R kita ni, ni dia tunjuk dah ni. Where R is ni. Apa maksud ini? Apa benda ni? Ingat lagi tak benda ni? Apa kita panggil tu? Yang palang-palang.
Modulus.
Modulus. Okay, meaning modulus adalah dia ada satu positif, satu negatif. So ini negatif 1 dengan 1. So R tu in between negatif 1 sampai 1. Okay, tapi dia bukan negatif 1 dengan 1, dia in between. Selalunya dalam bentuk pecahan perpuluhan macam ni. So, bila dia macam ni, dia akan nilai tu macam 1/3. Try 1/3. Try kamu tekan kamu punya calculator, 1/3 kuasa 50. Berapa kamu akan dapat? Try tekan calculator. 1 over 3 to the power of 50. Dapat 0 berapa? Tak pun dia akan tulis 1 point something darab 10 kuasa negatif kan?
Ya.
Darab 10 kuasa negatif. Ingat kalau negatif tu maksudnya dia kena kedepankan titik dia. Tengok ada berapa? Ada berapa? 10 kuasa berapa negatif?
24.
24. So maksudnya ada kosong tu 23 kali kat depan dia. So maksud nombor tu dah semakin menghampiri 0. So bila dia makin menghampiri 0, 1 tolak kosong dia tak efek kepada kita punya equation. That's why dia tinggal A je kat atas ni. Okay, this one kita boleh dapat this formula. Okay, so S infinity is equal to A over 1 minus R. Okay, jom kita tengok example, summary. Ini formula. Okay, formula untuk sum of the GP. Okay, range dia. Kalau R greater than 1, kamu guna ini. A bracket Rn minus 1 over R minus 1. Kalau R tu less than 1, kamu guna ini. Ingat, kalau R less than 1, 1 kat depan. Kalau R greater than 1, R power of n kat depan. But what about this one, yang in between? So, bila in between, kamu guna S to the power summation infinity. Okay, kalau R kamu in between negatif 1 pergi ke 1. Kamu kira R kamu dapat 0.25. Okay, meaning dia duduk dalam ini. So, kamu guna formula ni. Tak payah guna dua formula ni. Banyak kerja. So better guna this one terus. Okay, guna this one terus. Okay, macam mana kita nak aplikasikan sum to infinity punya question. So jom kita tengok macam mana sum to infinity punya soalan. Okay, sum to infinity of GP. Determine whether the following geometric progression has sum to infinity and find the sum to infinity. So first soalan ni tanya, adakah dia ada sum to infinity? Kata dia kata kalau ada, cari berapa nilai dia. Okay, try tengok A. Okay, A is 2, negative 8, 32, negative 108. Okay, macam mana kamu nak tahu sesuatu sequence itu, if the sequence has sum to infinity, you need to find the value of R. R dia kena in between -1 dengan 1. So kalau R dia satisfy those inequalities, then it has sum to infinity. Kita tengok A. So bila A kamu try T2/T1, kamu dapat -4. So bila -4 dia tak termasuk dalam ini. Cannot. Dia masuk dalam dia masuk dalam yang ini. This one, yang second. So meaning that dia tak ada sum to infinity. Okay, it doesn't have sum to infinity. So that's why bila since R dia less than -1, S infinity does not exist. Okay, does not exist. What about B? Okay, T1, T2, T3, T4. So bila kamu kira R, kamu dapat 1/4. So 1/4, is it in between? Yes. Dia kan 0.25. 0.25 is in between -1 until 1. So meaning that as sum to infinity dia ada. So kita baru boleh kira. Okay, we can calculate it. So as infinity is formula dia A/1 minus. So your A is 4, this one 4. Your R is 1/4. You press your calculator, dapatlah jawapan kamu 5/5, 1/3, sum to infinity. Okay. Macam tu je, nak determine if the sequence tu ada sum to infinity ke tidak. Find the value of R. If the value of R is in between -1 until 1, then you will have the sum to infinity. Okay, kita lagi example. Okay, given that the first term T1 lah, ataupun A, of the geometric progression is 8, and common ratio R. Dia tak bagi tahu berapa, dia just buat R. Second geometric progression, ini ada geometric progression yang kedua, tak ada kaitan dengan pertama, has the first term 10. So T1 dia 10 and common ratio dia 1/4 R. The two progression has the same sum to infinity. So S8 dia sama, S infinity dia sama, sum to infinity dia. S infinity for first is equal to sum to infinity for second. Okay, find the value of R and the value of sum to infinity. So first kita cari nilai R lah. So macam mana kita nak cari nilai R? Kan kita tahu dia orang ada sum to infinity. So kita guna formula sum to infinity ini. S infinity is equal to A/1 minus R. So ini untuk first. Ini first punya GP. Ini untuk second punya GP. Okay. So kamu equalkan. Okay. So untuk first equation, A kita 8. A/1 minus R. Sebab R dia adalah R. Dia dah kata dah R. Untuk second pula, A dia 10. Betul, 10. Tak ada kaitan. R dia 1/4. So dia dah masukkan terus. And then you buat cross multiplication. Okay, 8 darab 1 minus 8 bracket 1 minus 1/4 R equal to 10 bracket 1 minus R. And then you expand lah. Okay, this one jadi 8 minus 2R, 10 minus 10R. Okay, and then better this one pergi belah sini, this one pergi belah sini. So negative 2R plus 10R, kamu dapat 8R. 10 minus 8, kamu dapat 2. So R is actually 1/4. So betul lah. So meaning that R kita is in between -1 dengan 1. Okay, -1 dengan 1. So bila dah dapat nilai R, then you can find the value of sum to infinity. S infinity is equal to 8/1/4. Kamu nak guna first equation pun boleh, second equation pun boleh, tak kisah. Just substitute nilai R dia. Ni dia guna equation pertama. So 8 8/1 minus 1/4. The sum to infinity is equal to 10/23. Okay, a little bit lagi, 11.5 kita berhenti. Sikit je lagi. Okay, sum to infinity. This one penting ni. We can find the repeating decimal value for fraction. For example, okay, this one. Ingat lagi tak when we learn in chapter 4, kita belajar tentang cara nak tukar recurring decimal into fraction. Do you still remember macam mana nak jadi recurring decimal into fraction? Ingat lagi tak? Yang kena buat apa?
N99
Yang ada N99 tu. Yes, bagus. Contoh contoh kalau kita ada macam ini, dia bagi ni. Ini kita try guna cara yang kita belajar dulu, 0.23 and so on. So let benda ni let n is equal to that one. Lepas tu kita kena buat apa? Ingat lagi, do you still remember what we need to do with the n?
100
Yes,
N.
times by 100. Kenapa? Sebab kita nak supaya titik kita ni ada dekat depan yang sebelum nilai tu berulang kembali. So this one akan jadi 100 and this one akan jadi 23.232323. Okay, next kita kena buat apa?
99.
Nah, macam mana boleh dapat 99 tu?
100 tolak 1.
Yes, tolak. Second equation minus first equation. Ini second, ini first. So 100 minus n, 99n. Okay, this one 23.2323 tolak this one. Kamu akan tinggal 23. So n is equal to 23 over 99. Okay. This one for kita belajar waktu chapter 4. But actually kita ada cara lagi simple sebenarnya nak buat. Okay. Guna sum to infinity. Macam mana nak buat? Okay. First, dia break up kan ini nilai ni kepada nilai asing-asing pada nombor yang berulang. Okay, first dia ambil 0.23 saja. Okay, dia pluskan dengan 23 kat depan ni dia dah jadikan kosong ni, 23 kat depan ni dia jadi kosong-kosong sebab ada 23 dah kat depan, plus 2, 3. Okay, then plus, okay, kita dah ada 1, 2, 3, 4. So, the first 4 ni dia dah jadikan kosong, 2, 3. Okay, the first 6 akan jadi kosong, 2, 3, plus and so on. Okay, daripada sini kita boleh jadikan dia in term of geometric progression. So A is equal to 0.23, R is equal to second term T2 divided by T1, 0.01. And then you guna formula sum to infinity. Okay, A over 1 minus R. Okay, dapatlah 23 over 99. Okay, sama sahaja. Okay, but then this one dia guna, kalau soalan ni kata in the form of sum to infinity, tengok dia kata sum to infinity. So, bila dia kata sum to infinity, you cannot use this. You cannot use this one yang kita kira ni. Cannot use this one. Can't. Kena guna cara yang ni. Kamu asingkan dia supaya dia jadi berdiri sendiri-sendiri macam ni. 0.23 seorang. Okay, and then ambil pula 2, 3 yang pertama kita dah habis. So ambil 2, 3 yang kedua. Tapi kat depan tu kena letak kosong. Yang ini. So dah habis dah 2, 3 yang second. Lepas tu 2, 3 yang keempat pula. Yang ketiga pula. Kosong-kosong kat depan teruskan. Lepas tu cari dia punya A, cari dia punya R, and then you use formula sum to infinity. Okay, tak apa. This one nanti tengok balik. Okay. 3 consecutive term, ni soalan SPM ni, 2019. Okay, paper 1 number 7. Okay. 3 consecutive term of a JP are 32, P and Q. It is given that the sum of these 3 term is 26. Maksudnya sum ni S3 juga benda ni lah. Okay. Okay, find the possible value of P and of Q. Okay, find the value of P and Q. Okay, macam mana kita nak buat actually guys? Okay, this one is the information given lah, sum dia. Okay, and then we know kalau dia consecutive term untuk GP means that R is constant. Same. So kita guna cara nak cari R. P over 32 is actually equal to Q divided by P. Dapatlah yang ini. Okay, and then dia buat darab silang. So P square, this one, 32Q. Okay, and then pilih satu. Ini square, P square, payah. So better kita ambil Q. So P square over 32. So this is the second equation. This is first equation. So 2 into 1. Use simultaneous equation. Use simultaneous equation. And then you expand sampai sini macam biasa guna factorization. Okay, factorization. Okay. Then meaning P ni kamu ada dua nilai untuk P. Negative 8 or negative 24. When P ada dua nilai, Q pun mestilah ada dua nilai. So masukkan P negative 8 dalam equation. Masukkan P negative 24 dalam equation. Kamu akan dapat Q. That's why dia kata apa ni? Find the possible values. Nampak ada S? Values. So meaning that P or Q might have more than one value. Okay, this one just guna simultaneous using common ratio punya formula. Sebab kita tahu it is a geometric progression. So ratio dia sama, common ratio. That's why we use. Okay, very simple saja. Okay, this one. Ni SPM RSN 2020. Kamu punya senior yang baru dapat result SPM. Okay. Diagram shows a square sheet with the side of 1 meter. 1 meter, 1 meter. The sheet is fold into 2 equal rectangle. Dia pun lipat pembahagi dia kat tengah ni. Lipat kepada 2. The rectangle is then fold into 2 equal. Lepas tu kat tengah ni pula. Lepas tu tengah lagi dia membahagi-bahagikan. Maksudnya kamu makin lipat menjadi kecil lah. The shape formed by the process become a series of rectangle. Okay, mana yang rectangle? This one lah rectangle. And square. Okay, square yang ni. Kita tengok ada yang square, ada yang triangle. Ini square, 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 square. And we have rectangle. This one is rectangle. This one rectangle, rectangle, rectangle and so on. Okay, apa yang soalan nak? Ini dia punya formula, dia punya area. So M square is besar asal. Asal besar. In M square. Okay, and then ni T1 dia. T1, T2, T3 and so on. Okay, apa soalan nak? Okay, first. Inilah kita punya last question. Determine the first rectangle or square that has an area less than 0.0001 meter square. State whether rectangle or square. So means that dia nak tahu adakah dia rectangle atau square di mana dia punya size dia, area dia adalah less than 0.001. So meaning that kita nak cari the first rectangle that has an area. Rectangle ataupun tu maksudnya kita nak cari Tn lah kiranya. N ini yang kita nak cari. So ini Tn which is AR n minus 1 less than 0.0001. So A kita 1/2. Tengoklah sini A 1/2, 1/4, 1/8. Dia dah tulis dah. A 1/2, T2 is 1/4. So dia cari R 1/2. And then substitute A 1/2, R 1/2 and minus 1 less than 0.001. Okay, 1/2 kamu transfer pergi sana jadi 0.002 and then use log. Okay, introduce log kat sini. Introduce log. Okay, and then dia dah bawa N tu pergi ke depan and then this one bawa pergi sebelah belakang sampai sini. Okay, and then N pergi N-1 pergi belah sana, N is greater than 13.29. So maksudnya summation yang ke-14. Okay, bukan summation, term yang ke-14. But then, is it a rectangle or square? So macam mana kita nak decide kan, adakah dia rectangle atau square? Try kamu tengok sini. Okay, untuk rectangle, dia adalah T1, lepas tu T yang ketiga, and then T yang keempat, mestilah seterusnya T ke-5, T ke-7. Tengok, dia adalah series untuk odd series, odd number. T1, T3, T5. What about square? Dia adalah 1/4, 1/16, 1/64 which is the even lah, even series. So tengok N14. 14 ni odd ke even? 14 odd ke even guys? Nombor even. So kalau dia even, adakah dia masuk under rectangle atau square punya pasangan series?
Square.
Kalau
Square.
Yes, square. Kenapa square? Sebab this is T2, T4, T6 kan geng-geng even. So maksudnya dia akan ada T8 masuk square, T10 square, T12 pun square, T14 pun secara tak langsung adalah square. So that's why dia adalah term yang ke-14 di mana bentuk dia adalah bentuk square. Okay, now tengok sini. Satu benda saya kena explain balik. Okay. Actually, simbol dia negative less than kan? Tengok less than. Tapi kenapa tiba-tiba sini jadi greater than? Try you press your calculator. Log 0.5. Kamu akan dapat berapa? Log 0.5. Adakah jawapan kamu positif atau negatif?
Negatif.
Negatif. So bila kita transfer negative value yang melibatkan darab atau bahagi, apa akan jadi dekat kita punya inequalities?
Dia jadi
Berubah, terbalik kan?
berubah.
Dia terbalik. So that's why when you transfer log 0.5 to the other side, sebab kita bahagi dengan log 0.5 kan? So dia punya inequalities pun berubah. So macam mana kamu nak tahu bila masa log tu akan positif atau negatif? Ini ingat yang ni, tips ni. The value for log less than 1 is negative. Apa-apa log yang nilai dekat dalam ni less than 1, dia akan sentiasa negatif. So that's why bila kamu tengok contoh sini kamu ada n log 0.7 lah contoh. Greater than log 3. So bila kamu transferkan log 3 over log 0.7, saya tengok 0.7 is less than 1. So apa akan jadi dekat simbol ni? Jadi
Berubah.
less than, yes. Okay, that one you need to remember. Log yang distant, if less than 1, dia nilai dia adalah negatif. So when you transfer to the other side, kalau dia melibatkan darab atau bahagi, you need to change the inequalities punya simbol. Okay. So this one ni nanti kamu try tengok balik. Ni sambungan dia lah. Find the total area in M square of the rectangle in the series. Dia nak rectangle sahaja. So, tadi kita dah tahu rectangle adalah list area of rectangle 1/2, 1/8, 1/32. Yang T1, T3, T5, T5. Tapi itu untuk kesemua. Tapi sekarang ini hanya melibatkan rectangle sahaja. So kalau dia hanya melibatkan rectangle, this one akan jadi T1, T2, T3. So this is the A. So nak cari R macam biasa, 1/8 divided by 1/2, kamu akan dapat this one lah. So this one, 1/4. So this is sum to infinity. So bila dia sum to infinity, dia kan pun tulis S infinity exists. So kamu pun guna formula S infinity which is A over 1 minus R. This one lah. Dapatlah 2/3. Okay, macam tu je. Dia soalan tu tak semestinya dia akan state find the sum to infinity. Okay, kalau dia just terus cari find the total area ke find the sum of all the term ke, if you notice that R is dalam ratio ini, okay, -1 dengan 1, terus kamu tahu dia sebenarnya minta sum to infinity. Okay, apa lagi? Okay, obtaining the S term using this one ni nanti kamu tengok. Given the sum of the first n term, progression, find the seventh term. This one sekejap je lah. Okay, sama macam yang AP itu. Okay, dia bagi sum of the first n term, Sn ini. Dia suruh cari 7 term. Okay, dia suruh cari S7. N, ni term ke-7, Tn. So, sama yang macam saja dulu, T1, T2, T3, sampailah T7. So, ini T7, this one. Ini adalah S7. So, kalau kita cari T7 saja, apa kita kena buat? Ada T6 kat tengah. Kita kena tolak dengan S berapa? S6, S6, yes. S7. So nak cari T7 is equal to S7 minus S6. So dia pun cari S7 berapa, S6 berapa. So to find T7, dia pun dapatlah S7 minus S6. Kalau soalan minta T4, term keempat, apa kamu kena buat? Apa tolak apa?
S3 tolak S4.
S3 tolak S4 kah?
S4 tolak S3.
Yes, S4 minus S3. Okay, macam tu. Okay, kalau T21,
S21 minus S20.
yes, 20. So ini formula dia. Okay, Tn is equal to Sn minus Sn minus 1. Okay, di mana n ni bergantung pada soalan. Okay, kalau dia nak N20, masukkanlah, carilah S20, T20. Okay, itu sajalah. Kiranya that's all for geometric progression. So you already finish chapter 5. Okay, good job lah. Okay, dah habis dah chapter 5. So nanti untuk minggu depan bila sekolah dah buka nanti, satu kelas tu saya akan buat revision untuk AP dengan GP, and your second class kita akan ada simple quiz. Okay, simple quiz macam hari tu, di mana setiap orang dapat satu soalan yang berbeza and then jawab and hantar through Google Classroom macam biasa. Okay, tu je lah, simple je. Okay, ini je list of formula untuk progression. Okay, untuk progression yang akan keluar dalam SPM, which is this one to AP and this one to GP. Okay, so AP macam biasa Tn, term untuk GP and then Sn. Okay, untuk GP yang keluar Tn dengan Sn. Okay, Sn ni dia just bagi yang summation n je. S infinity dia tak bagi, sum to infinity dia tak bagi. So kamu kena ingatlah, sum to infinity A over 1 minus R. Di mana R tu in between siapa? R tu di tengah-tengah, 1 dengan
-1.
Yes, 1 and -1. Okay, so yang this one kena ingat lah. Okay, this one you need to remember. Okay, and then okay, itu je, four formula. So nak cari R, kamu kena ingat sendiri, Tn over Tn minus 1. Nak cari D, Tn minus Tn minus 1. Kalau yang melibatkan summation, Tn, Sn minus 1, and then so on lah. That one. This one, this one you need to remember by your own. Okay, because they only gave you 4 formula. Okay, so now I have already gave you AP punya homework dalam GC. So nanti dalam GC tu saya akan update untuk AP GP punya. Okay, so nanti so itu adalah kamu punya homework untuk holiday ni. Okay, so itu sahajalah homeworknya. Okay, sikit je yang dalam buku textbook Intensive Practice 5.2. Nanti update dalam GC. So before